Happening, y'all, and welcome back to some more New Game Plus. We've come back to the Church of LA, and we see Ranny, which it took me a while also to realize. In a previous episode, I was talking about the ring, essentially, that we see Melina wearing, and it's actually Torrent's ring. I just think it's pretty interesting that she was wearing it. Because then also, when we see her again, she's not wearing it. And she gives us Torrent. So, yeah. No betrothed. Just Torrent. Ranny, my boo. Let me take a look at you. See, now we can really see the dollness of her. Oh, but she is also wearing a ring. Can we get closer? Could just be modeled after Torrent's ring. Now, many people believe that her and Melina are actually the same person, because we know that Ranny has killed her real body. It was burned. And when you talk to Melina, she talks about being burned and not having a body. So they share a connection, as well as her having, one having their left eye closed, the other one having their right eye, and sharing that. People have talked about the tattoo being a symbol of the three fingers, which is very possible, considering that Melina has a very strong distaste for us even thinking about entertaining the three fingers. So there's a lot of lore implications there, for sure.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yes, I can. And interestingly enough, these are the only two NPCs in the entire game that even mention Torrent and us having him. So clearly there's a connection between the two, and it also leads me to believe that they are the same person, just because we know Ranny is a liar. In the very beginning, you know, she lies to us about who she actually really is and what her real name is, and you figure that out all later as you progress with her storyline. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were lying to us about their connection.
Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master.
So we get the Lone Wolf ashes from her, and she talks about Torrent's former master, who would have to have been someone who maybe is similar in magic ability, like Roderica, who has powers with spirit tuning, or just a natural gift of spirit tuning, because we get these things from Ranny, not only just the ashes. She talks about Torrent, which Torrent is a spirit, if you think about it, that we're summoning. And she also gives us the summoning bell.
'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Earth Tree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
Also, interesting tidbit there, we learn a little bit more about the essence of ashes themselves, that they are ashes that have not been returned to the Erd Tree. As we know, in the Lands Between, when you die, or have a proper death, let's say, you're supposed to return to the Erd Tree. That is the goal. That is what all the spirits we see, you know, crave and talk about. So the idea of not returning, in a way, it almost seems quite cruel that we have these ashes. And why weren't they returned? Was it just that it wasn't possible for them to be returned? Were they taken to be used in this way? It just seems like a pretty terrible limbo. But maybe that's just me looking into it in like a darker fashion.
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the Lands Between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
And she's gone. Interesting, too, that she feels that this might be the only chance we ever meet. Which, I mean, technically it could be if you decide not to even go further in her questline. And you just follow the guidance of Grace and do as the Grace tells you and don't really explore. But she does kind of push you to explore the Lands Between. And if you do, you will meet her again. So, sneaky, sneaky Ranni. Alright. Oops. Tripped the alarm. All these guys are gonna come out. Now we're in Murkwater Cave. Ow. Let's go see Infamous Patches. You can actually easily sneak by all these guys, but you gotta be careful. There are some little bell traps hidden in the bushes. But usually you can just sneak around them and go straight on to Patches. Man, I was so stoked when I found him. Like, we all know that he had to be in the game. It's just, I really like the way that they did it. Patches, you old so-and-so. Ow. He's actually really good with the spear. Break his poise. Oh shit. I almost killed him. I'm glad we didn't. That would have sucked. Just wait a second. Let him regain his exposure. Or composure, sorry. He's all bloodied up. Because you're a fucking a-hole. You knew we were probably a Tarnished. Like, don't lie, Patches. Yeah, forgive.
Just what I like about you. I'm Patches. Patches the untethered. Tarnished like you, only free-spirited. Nomadic, you might say. Only for now, those retired soldiers turned bandits. They're paying for my gruel. In exchange for my, well, showing them the ropes. But honestly, this looting racket is bloody terrifying. Frankly, I'm ready to wash my hands clean. Maybe set up a legitimate shop. So don't be a stranger. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time. Don't forget to pop back for another visit, friend. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
Alright, so we're gonna go and rest. And then come back and see him so we can buy his shit and get the rest of his dialogue and kind of progress his quest line. All that for a mushroom. Well, 5 mushrooms, but still. Bells! I like the chime. Alright. Give ourselves a rest, restart, and go see this little brat. If you didn't know, this is where you can get Margit Shackle. I think it's cool that Patches has it, which means that he's definitely been in some probably like subterranean area to get it.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patches Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything's top notch.
I don't know about that, but
I had those bandits make a clean break. Now they're all suppliers, and good ones at that. I mean, they don't understand a word I'm saying, but it hardly matters. We have a natural connection. They're all foot soldiers, survivors of a defeated army. Work to the
wonder what army.
my almighty lord, only to be thrown out with the rubbish. It's the same old story.
We'll have to look at their set and
To hell with it.
figure that out.
Wondering what's inside the treasure chest. Well,
Oh, I know what's inside the treasure chest.
nothing too special. Just something I'm saving as thanks for a very
It's a
valuable
fucking trap.
customer. But then again, it would fetch some spectacular coin. And besides, this valuable customer could be a long time coming. Huh? Everything is give and take. Give and take.
So we're just going to purchase everything from them as much as we can. Mainly because you need to spend at least, I think, $2,000 or something for him to give you the chest. Funny that he also has the shackle here in case you, I guess, for whatever reason, didn't buy it. But we already have it, so it seems a little weird that you could get another one. Alright, I think we bought enough stuff.
Cheers for that. Forgot something on your shopping list? No trouble to me.
Now I'm good.
Cheers for that.
Alright, let's reload. So we can open the chest and get trapped.
Hello again. Welcome to Patches Emporium. By the way, friend, you've really been there for me through thick and thin. And so,
Oh, haven't I?
in my mind, I bequeath that chest to you. An extra special thanks for an extra special customer.
Pretty sure he hoped that we would die so he could eventually loot our body or something.
I've made up my mind. The treasure chest is yours, in word and deed.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it may be worth its weight in gold, but a Patch's promise, well, that's priceless. Cheers for that.
Alright. Fucking trap.
My sincerest gratitude. I thought I'd never wrench that thing open.
What an a-hole.
Finest customer a man ever had.
So the chest is going to take us to the Mistwood, which is also, I mean, it's a fun area, but a lot of bears, and these bears are actually pretty hard. I don't think I've ever found, like, what they're supposed to be weak to. I think they're technically weak to lightning, but they're just big and very strong and very powerful. And I do like that they allow you to summon your ashes here, because, I mean, these things are... Oh, I kind of missed. Are no joke. They hit like a fucking truck. And they have so much HP. Stab them in the butt. They kind of remind me of that bear Pokemon. What are they, like Ursula or something? But this would be the real live version of it that tries to kill you in the wild. That's what that bad boy is. I'm just gonna go after all these motherfuckers. I guess because I hadn't really done it before. But we're gonna do it now. Kinda sucks that you can take damage while being a cloud. I didn't think that would be a thing. But you can. Yeah, lightning damage is doing work. It's doing work for us. Alright. Still can't... oh. Can't summon our... I mean, we can't, transport our way out, so... Gonna have to find the Grace Point. Come here, you're almost dead. Oh no, the other bear wants to get involved. What is it? Oh, it's just a small little dude. Hefty beast bone, thanks. Alright. Can make our way to the ruins, I guess, at least. And we could probably talk to Blythe while we're over here. I think it still works. Because we do have the finger snap emote, so... Hopefully it still does. I love that we can hear him howling away. Let's get some of that. Let's get what's down here before going up and saying hello. Alright, let's find the spot directly. Oh, there he is. My boy! He is definitely my boy. I love Blythe. Forever love Blythe. Let's get our snaps on. Do fancy spin because I like that one. Hey, boo.
Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's
How do you know Kale, though?
I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby.
I mean, I know Kale gets around. I'm just interested how that relationship came to be.
I can offer you ample reward.
Also, Darwell is a Bloodhound Knight, and we know that the Bloodhound Knights
And in need of a fitting end.
are loyal
Darrowell is and in need of a
to whoever their master is. So for him to say that he's a traitor, I wonder who he betrayed. Did he betray Ronnie? Did he betray someone that Blythe knew? He must have, because it seems very personal for us to go find Darwell. And interestingly enough, that Darwell is in an Everjail. And I think the Everjails are really, really cool and fascinating because we know that you can easily be put in one. Or actually, I don't know how easily technically, because Blythe is eventually put in one by Iji. But most of them contain some sort of war criminal or lord or some such. And we know that the Everjails are powerful enough that you can't get out of them. And it also seems like they are sealed by gravity magic, which is really interesting. So I'm trying to think of like who built them. Maybe the people of Celia. I'm trying to think who had access to gravity magic. And those are the only people I can think of. Man, you're an asshole. Hitting me hard over here. There we go. So, yeah. Who built them and for what purpose? But it definitely seems to have a lot of prisoners from old battles and legions in them. Like, that's pretty much all we find in there, for the most part. But can probably do it while we're in the area. I just like fucking with caravans whenever I can. I don't know. Might just be a power trip thing. It's not even worth it because, like, the items, you know, we're already over the items that we can get, but I can't help it. I just want to fuck with it. Oh boy, maybe I shouldn't. I'm getting too cocky. It's just so satisfying to wipe these people out. Oh my god, you could just like, I could beat them with my fucking shield. I didn't even mean to do that, but I think it's funny that I could. Just beating him with a stone slab. It's so fucking metal. I mean, I don't even know why I'm killing these poor peasants. Part of me just wants to put them out of their misery. The poor fools. He looks so drunk, even the way he's like running. Just stealing all the goodies. So the Caden Knights are supposed to be sellswords, and we usually see them either around caravans, which makes sense, they're probably hired to protect the caravans. But we also see them around these peasants a bunch, as if they are hired to watch them and make sure that they are doing their job. Which I kind of wonder what they're doing, because we just see them digging in the dirt. Maybe they're digging up rune fragments. Which is actually quite possible, because I just killed all of them, and that's what they all dropped. So, it's possible they're just collecting the rune fragments that are falling from the sky. As well as, like, meteor fragments that we find in other places that fell from the sky. So they're just kind of using these wandering nobles, who are no longer really nobles, as a little workforce around the lands between. Alright, time to talk to Patches. And watch him backpedal like the sniveling little rat that he is.
How in blazes? You're alive. Well, you had me proper scared, puffing away in a flash like that. Who on earth spends their time booby-trapping treasure chests? No way.
You, I would imagine.
Still,
No way you could have known. My ass.
very unfortunate. At any rate, it's nice just to see you safe. Don't miss all the bargains here at Patches Emporium.
Mm-hmm. Patches, you little devil. But you gotta love him. Stingy little beggar.
Try to find it in your heart next time,
Uh-huh. Well, till next time, y'all.